Basically, WAD event was organised by Pertabuhan Architect Malaysia Sarawak Chapter to get local students involved. Every year, we try to get them out of their academic comfort zones and give them some degree of exposure. This kind of public exposure is lacking in Kuching. We use WAD as a platform for the students to give them the exposure, which we hope will enhance their architectural awareness, confidence and credential.
Design workshops are important for students because they give them an opportunity to work and interact with real-life architects. Also useful for students to learn to think quickly, to act even faster. The beauty of this 24-hour workshop is that it's short, it's fast, it doesn't take a lot of money, it takes a little bit of organization, but ultimately I don't feel that the main objective of a design workshop is to teach students about design. It's to teach them to be brave, to put their ideas down on paper, to show it to people and to tell people about it.
I chose to study architecture because of my wish to design more special building in Malaysia. That's all.
Because of my parents, my father is an architect, so no architect contractor for it. So I think this course might be helping in the future.
That design future, I guess, is the main reason that I chose architecture.
The reason why I study architecture is because, to be honest, I don't even know why. But after studying it, actually, I find it interesting, especially building houses doesn't supposed to be like just like that, just a typical house, just a square house. We have to actually know what our parents want, and we can actually design something like what we want as well. You know, incorporate all the stuff, art, and yeah, I guess that's it.
In the future, I want to design a building that can protect the earth, like green buildings on top. Yeah.
I think architecture is very interesting. Can like design the building and also relate to human needs.
The hardest part, I think that you have to work like a man. You have to be able to carry things so that.
Can do actual panels that become a real structure. Because in school we only do paper bonds, cut bonds.
It's time consuming, but at the end it pays off. Okay, we call this isolation is shattered perspective. So it's a bit different than our original version, but this one is more practical compared to ours. The original one is a bit hard to do because a lot of panels and it's a bit hard to explain. But this one is more easy to explain to people what we're trying to do.
On behalf of PAM Sarawak Chapter, I would like to extend a warm welcome to all of you. Thank you for coming for our launching of PAM Sarawak Chapter War Architecture Day Exhibition 2015. War Architecture Day, or WAD, takes on the first Monday of October every year. The main objective is to raise awareness about the importance of design in our daily lives, especially to young people and students. PAM Sarawak Chapter has been celebrating WAD for the past 5 years. Usually, we have design competitions for local architecture students, and they compete by submitting their design, which they make into architectural installation for judging. This year, we did not have a competition. Instead, we organized a design workshop with the Lim Kok Wing Institute of Creative Technology, LICT, and the winning entry for the workshop was built as PAM Sarawak Chapter WAD installation. The installation, as you can see, is just outside of this building. It was built by student volunteer from LICT, with materials and construction assistance from MCAN. This year, we are very fortunate to have support of Plaza Merdeka, who worked with us to coordinate the exhibition within this building, and DBKU for the use of the Central Padang. The location of our exhibition at the Central Padang is especially meaningful, given the subject of our installation, which is Tom Harrison. Tom Harrison has many things to many people, but he was perhaps the best remembered as the curator of Sarawak Museum, making it an institution of war standing. He uncovered and recorded much of our local culture and history. This information is detailed in our exhibition outside. We felt that Tom had many qualities that students and young people should have. His quest for this knowledge, his generosity in sharing it, and his courage in obtaining it.
To be invited to dinner at Sigu Bungalow was a unique experience. Tom would have forgotten the invitation, and when one arrived, he would be dressed in a pair of shorts and a singlet. The living room was a riot of color and books with papers all over the place and objects d'art. He would flit from one subject to another, suddenly scribble down some notes whilst handing you a glass of beer. Kenyas and Punans were staying with him, and they would wander in and out. He would fly into a rage if one dared to mention certain names, but it was all a storm in a teacup, and he would be laughing and joking about his experiences in the jungle. The dinner, meanwhile, was completely forgotten, and we generally ended up dining in the open market.